Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Shaker Heights, the 2016 Raider Marching Band, under the student leadership of field commanders Nick Masso, Sheila Scanlon, Adnan Reddy, Olivia Rodriguez, and Sarah Gruby. Today's halftime show is a tribute to the class of 2017. The seniors chose the music. The marching drill was written by seniors Scott Ball and Charlie Espy. We begin with a modern hit from Flo Rida. Here is My House. We now feature senior Raiderettes Darby Grant, Mira Leibovich, and Isabel Wang as they dance their own choreography to Michael Jackson's I Want You Back. Feature our full Raiderette squad as they dance to the classic funk chart from Stevie Wonder. Here is Sir Duke. We now close our senior show with an on-field tribute to the class of 2017 as the band covers the Queen classic, Don't Stop Me Now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now our pleasure to recognize the Shaker Band, class of 2017, and their escorts. Jim Bates, escorted by David and Lisa Bates. Scott Ball, escorted by Mercy Jenkins. Lillian Baum, escorted by George and Kristen Baum. Carl Berner, escorted by Kevin Berner. Rachel Bruneau, escorted by Susan Glaser and Stephen Bruneau. Hannah Campanelli, escorted by Maria and Mike Campanelli. Christine Chapman-Sung, escorted by Cindy Chapman. Michaela Christopher, escorted by Michael and Angela Christopher. Nathaniel Crowley, escorted by Charlie and Mary Crowley and Ellen Condren. Connell Damian, escorted by Simon Damian and Chris Nesker. Meredith Dial, escorted by Jennifer and Richard Dial. Anna Dietz, escorted by Jeffrey and Irene Dietz. Charles Espy, escorted by Debbie and Tim Espy. George Evans, escorted by Cynthia Evans and George Evans Jr. and Mrs. Julia Simpson. Daniel Falcon, escorted by Io Falcon and Kemi Falcon. Jackson Foe, escorted by Mike and Ashley Foe. Mike Fishman, escorted by Adam and Pam Fishman. Nicholas Forbes, escorted by Steve and Lisa Forbes. Shaylin Foster, escorted by Al Foster, Michelle Barnes, and family. Dylan Freeman, escorted by Lakita Talley and Beverly Hamilton Pollard. Noah Gill, escorted by Angela Hughes Gill. Jeremy Gimbel, escorted by Shelley and Adam Gimbel. Darby Grant, escorted by Wayne and Tanya Grant. Noah Jalango, escorted by Rachel Hackenberg. Anthony Edward Johnson, escorted by Richard and Lisa Johnson and Carol Murphy. Brian Johnson, escorted by Ken and Terry Johnson. Tony Jones, escorted by Anthony Jones. Abby Kagan, escorted by Jerry Kagan and Ruth Mardell. Sri Vishnu Kasturi, escorted by Lakshmi Kasturi and Sriram Kasturi. Sam Katz, escorted by Judy Malone and Jeff Katz. Jacob Keffer, escorted by Daphna Ronan. Mira Leibovich, escorted by Ellen Halfram and Rick Leibovich. Kevin Love, escorted by Cheryl and Thomas Love. Nick Masso, escorted by Carol and Thomas Masso. Jacob Mori, escorted by Marisa Mori and Kevin Mori. Annabelle McGuan, escorted by Megan McGuan. Nina Moore, escorted by Brian Moore and Carla Botti. Watson Moore, escorted by Pete and Jenny Moore. Brian Oedro, escorted by Maureen Gallagher and Isael Odrego. Antoinette Pack, escorted by Mary Norris Pack and Marcus Pack. Chandler Alec Bullock Palmer, escorted by Cheryl Bullock Palmer and Cameron Bullock Palmer. Jordan Pazel, escorted by Stephanie and Rich Pazel. Joshua Benjamin Price, escorted by Elmer Price. Olivia Pro, escorted by Jennifer and Steve Pro. Nina Robinson, escorted by Terry and Marla Robinson. Olivia Rodriguez, escorted by Kimberly and Rich Rodriguez. Isabella and Max Rotatori, escorted by Susan and Bob Rotatori. Graham Rubin, escorted by Bill and Laurel Rubin. Sheila Scanlon, escorted by Jackie Conway Scanlon and Bill Scanlon. Max Schlenk, escorted by Richard Schlenk and Teresa Walsh. Omari Scott, escorted by Sabrina and Corey Scott. Marlon Seymour, escorted by Mark and Nyoka Seymour and family. Tyler Smith, escorted by Denise and Joseph Smith. Aiden Stabora, escorted by Ron Watson and Katie Stabora. Isabel Wang, escorted by Chuyin Chen. Ben Wasman, escorted by Wendy and Jay Wasman. Sarah Elizabeth White, escorted by Kevin White. Evan Ewell, escorted by Lynn and Bruce Ewell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shaker Band class of 2017.